What we'll be discussing today is about C sharp functions. Okay, so the main purpose of one of the main purpose of C sharp functions, it is reusability. One second is about organization. So let's create a function. Let's create a function that will enable you to understand the capabilities of a C sharp function. So let's start with the public keyword. So as you know, public is allowing a particular class or a method to be accessible elsewhere, right? So now we're going to use a static keyword. So a static keyword allows you to be able to access a class or a method without creating an instance. Now let's use the void keyword. A void keyword means we are not returning a particular data or an object. And the next one is the name of the method. So let's our purpose of the method is to add or create a dog object. So let's say add dog, right? So open and close parentheses and then open and close brackets. Now the capability of a function, it right now signifies that we're adding a dog. So initially in our previous classes, we are creating the dog within the main entry of the console application or the main method, right? So now since we are creating a dog or adding a dog, so let's cut this particular line of code and paste it. Now it is inside of a dog method, right? So now, so let's comment out this lines of code that we did previously. So highlight, then Control K, Control C will automatically comment out the lines of code. So let's save it, right? So now let's call the add dog method in the main line. Add dog, open and close parentheses, and a semicolon. Right, so what we did is we instantiated in LAN 39 the dog object, added animal ID and the animal name. Right, so now we need to print the added dog, right? So let's grab the code here. So let's copy paste this one, copy, right, and paste it, right? So now, so we will see the output of the particular dog in console.writeLine. So let's say dog name, right? Then copy the variable dog1, the animal ID, right? Since we have data in animal ID, so this will be dog ID, right? Okay, so now let's create another one, console. Let's just copy paste it, right? So let's copy this one, right? Paste it, console.writeLine, dog or dog name, right? So dog name is dog1 dot animal name, right? So now let's save it. So once we call the add dog, the behavior will be exactly the same as what we did in the main method within the static void main. And now after the add dog, we will be calling the console.readline, right? So let's run the application and you will be able to see the behavior. Right, so we did a breakpoint in our previous lesson. So if we open the console, it automatically printed the dog ID and the dog name. So let's exit this one. Right. So for you to be able to fully understand the behavior of the method, so I encourage you to um, do a breakpoint and do a debug. So this is how it's called. You're debugging the code to be able to understand the behavior, right? So if you run it again, okay, so you see the breakpoint has stopped the code running on the method. So since we will be going inside the method, right, so we need to press F11 or step into. So once we're inside, then we go step over, so it means going to the next line of the code, right? So now, as you can see, line 39, so it's moving, it instantiated. Now you're putting data on the animal ID, now in the animal name, then you're running console.writeLine, right? Okay, then you, as you run it, then you add dog. Then if you go to the console application, you will see that the lines of code managed to print what we wanted to print in the console application. And as we continue, now we have reached the end of the code, which is console.readline. And as you know, the behavior, you can either enter data or just press enter to end the behavior of the code. Alright, so this is the end of this lesson. I'll see you to the next video.